What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and welcome to a kind of a different video. So I was going through like the forums of like PSVR and Pavlov and stuff like that, and I saw a lot of people asking like, how do you reload this? How do you reload that? And I thought, might as well make a video showcasing some of that. But anyway, let's just get into this. I'm going to go category by category. We're going to start with like the pistols and stuff like that, and then we're going to move on to, submachine guns, shotguns, the bigger stuff, all that stuff. So let's go ahead and get into this. We'll start off with pistols, real easy. And I'm going to be doing like little cuts here and there just so you guys can see them. You don't have to sit here and wait for me to, ramble through everything. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started here. Okay, so here's the 5.7. Simple semi-automatic handgun here. Let me there you go. You can go up to 10. That's fine. So this is with a full magazine here. Let's just kind of. Okay, so you're gonna get empty. Your slide's gonna lock back. Then you can't pull the trigger anymore, obviously. So you're gonna eject the magazine. You're gonna reach on down here, grab yourself a new one. Bam. Bam, and you're good to go. Bam. Now, one thing you're going to hear people say on occasion is they're going to refer to a tactical reload. That means that you're not going to run through the entire magazine. So you're going to run through, partial magazine, and you're going to drop the mag. The difference being that the slide is not going to lock back, which means that there is one in the chamber. So we'll do that, and then you'll have an extra round to fire. So that's what people say when they say they're going to do a tactical reload and whatnot. But anyway, it's pretty basics for that. Little 5.7 there. We can go ahead and swap on over. So now we've got the Glock. I believe this is, what is this, the G20, G18? I don't know. But it's the one that has the burst fire and single shot. So this one's going to be a little bit different. You can almost categorize this as a submachine gun type of pistol. But anyway, this one's got two different settings. You can see here at the top, right here, the right side of the slide. You can see it shift there. When it's down here, I believe that's burst fire. Yeah, so it's going to shoot 3 rounds burst fire, whereas if you change the selector to the top, it's going to be 1. So each time you pull the trigger, 1 bullet's going to come out. Switch to the other one, and then 3 are going to come out. So pretty easy. Excuse me. So let's okay, slides lock back just like the previous one. So drop the mag, grab yourself a new mag, throw it in there. There you go. And as far as the tactical reload's concerned, there you go. So yeah, pretty good. Pretty fun. So, next pistol. One of my favorites, 1911. This is the, I believe this is the 1911, what is this, the M2 or whatever it's called? Whatever. Doesn't really matter. So, here we go, standard. So, 8 rounds there. Less magazine capacity than the rest. We'll drop the mag. There you go. Oh, and another thing to take note of. Actually, was it not in this? Hang on. Oh, okay. I guess they don't have it modeled in this. What other game was I playing? I must have been playing Light Brigade. But depending on which game you're playing, you can see how many rounds you have left by looking at these little circles that are here. Those are supposed to show you how many rounds you have, pretty much, but I guess this game doesn't really model that. So anyway, empty, new mag, grab the slide, release. Easy peasy, right? And this one only has the one fire mode. I guess you guys see through the left eye, I think. I can never remember which eye you guys see through. So, chamber a new round, and easy peasy. 1911. I like the 1911. It's good gun. Okay, so next up, we've got our Beretta 92 FS. Well, I don't even think you would call this an FS because it's like the California compliant one, but it's also referred to as the M9 for the Beretta. Very iconic gun. If you've ever watched a movie with bad guys in it, you have probably seen this. So go ahead and empty there. Okay, drop the mag, new mag, slide. There you go. And You get a tack reload in there. Bam! So yeah, there you go. There's the Beretta 92FS/M9, depending. This one doesn't have like the designation for made in Italy or whatever. Yeah, whatever. If it's American made, it's the M9. If it's made in Italy, then it's the 92. So, anyway, doesn't really matter, really. They're pretty much the same. So, one of the last of our little semi-automatic guns. This is probably a gun that needs no introduction. If you've played any type of a, military shooter, regardless of whether it's Counter-Strike or Call of Duty or Battlefield, you've seen this gun. This is a Deagle, or Desert Eagle, chambered in 50 AE. A very big gun. It's huge. There's actually something really interesting about this one. So the blowback system in this, it's gas blowback, I think it's called. I can't remember exactly what it's called, but it's the same type of a system that's used to work the actual slide like this. The action back and forward like this, that's caused by the gas being ejected through a little tube, and that's the thing that pushes it back and forward and all that. But anyway, doesn't really matter. Let's drop the mag. But that same type of a system is used in rifles ordinarily, as opposed to handguns. There are other handguns that probably do the whole gas blowback system, but anyway, the Desert Eagle, that's one of the big things with it. So there you go. Bam, bam. I'll just do a tack reload. Obviously, you got to be a little wary of the whole recoil, which I guess I could show you guys the recoil of that. Look at that, it's crazy. Yeah, no, it's a lot of recoil. Okay, so that's the last of our semi-automatic handguns. I'm pretty sure that's all they have in the game for those. Then we'll move on to some of the other things. Now we've got the revolver. Somebody was specifically asking in the forums, like, how do you reload the revolver? They didn't really know how it works, and it's one of those things that if you have experience with guns, it seems obvious, right? Because, I don't know, revolvers have been around for so long, but I always forget, not everybody's, American and all that, so they might not have much experience when it comes to the manual of arms for guns and how exactly they function. I'm trying to keep my finger off the trigger. It's this whole, this whole thing. Anyway, so let's go ahead and do this. It's got 6 shots. Yeah, there we go. It's gone. So, actually, this has 5. It's got 5 shots. Never mind. Apologies. So, let's go ahead and do that again. So, you're going to hit the reload, and it's going to swing the cylinder open. Bop. There you go. It's going to come open. So, what you have to do in this instance is you have to actually tilt the revolver to let gravity take it out. I believe you could also probably do it this way, too. Can you activate the thing? Maybe not. Yeah. I was gonna say maybe you could do the hammer, because it's the other way. That's the way traditionally you eject the rounds, because with a real revolver, once you've shot the actual round out of the cartridge and all you're left with is brass, which when you're left with brass, you can see there's no bullet in it, right? So when you actually shoot the bullet, the actual jacket itself will expand, and that makes it so that they won't actually fall out of the cylinder. So that's what this little rod here is for. That's, you press on it and it ejects the actual rounds. You can't really see it in this, unfortunately, but anyway, that's just one thing to consider. But anyway, once you've ejected your cylinder, gotten rid of your shells, you're going to reach down and you're going to load each individual round in here. I'm going to do that 5 times. Or you don't have to do it 5 times. You can do it as many times as you want. Now, in real life, if you have a revolver, never do this. Never do this. I make it a point to say whenever I have any revolver in game and they have this animation where you flip it back like that, never do that. Always support the the ejector rod and actually put it in, manually, I suppose. But anyway. You can't really do tactical reloads, unfortunately. You kind of get rid of them all. But, yeah, there you go. And you can obviously do something like that where you only load, you know, 1 round and all that. But anyway, yeah, there you go. That's the revolver. Fun stuff. So let's move on to the next one here. Bam, this thing. What is this, Tech 9? Can't remember what the heck this thing's called. And we don't really have like a indicator of what these things are all called. But anyway, this thing. This one doesn't actually have the ability to drop the mag via a button press. So you can't actually do it. I'm pressing the button right now to do it. But anyway. Obviously some of these have more ammo. So this slide doesn't lock back when you're done shooting, like with, you know, the handguns and whatnot. You can't drop the mag. So what you actually have to do is you gotta grab the actual magazine out of the gun itself. Easy peasy. You're gonna get yourself your new magazine. You're gonna put it in there, and you're gonna come up here to the charging handle, which is right here. And you're gonna pull that back, and that's it. You're good to go. Yeah, and you can do the same thing, tactical reload, so that way you won't have to actually work the charging handle and all that. But yeah, there you go. That's that little guy. Pretty fun stuff. So, what do we got next? This is another one people were very, very confused about using, which I thought was a little funny because, I mean, I don't know. Double barrel shotgun. You see him in all the movies and everything. So, you got 2 rounds. You can grab it from the front on that, or you can single arm it. Depends. Oh, great shots. But what you're going to do with this is when you open your actual thing, you can't actually grab the shells out, which I was a little disappointed by because, I don't know, should be able to. But you're just going to do the same thing like with the revolver. You're going to tip it back, and that's good. You're going to grab your new shotgun shells, and yeah, flip it closed. Easy, right? Easy. You can't actually grab it and close it, unfortunately, which is a little bit of a shame. You know, I'd like to grab it back, but yeah. So, yeah, that's something that you're going to need to also keep in mind. When you go for the reload on this, make sure you do the tip back. Because if you don't do the tip back, you're going to run into trouble. Because you'll, like, sit there and go, oh, no, I got to reload, and you'll go to do it, and it's like, you know, they won't actually have ejected, so you got to be a little careful about that. But, there you go. One other little thing to note about how this fires. It's probably not super duper important, but it fires from the right cylinder to the left cylinder. So since we fired both cylinders, if I reload here, I'm pretty sure it'll not fire. Oh, there you go. It did. Never mind. Get out of there. Okay, now we should be good. Was it left to right, right to left? Yeah, whatever. See, didn't shoot, but it will then. So, get out of here. So yeah, pretty easy. It's a little awkward if you've never, you know, messed with something like this or paid attention to the animations in other games, but anyway, there you go. Double barrel, easy peasy. This one's fun, and this one will probably confuse people too, if they aren't familiar with it. This is the P90. Ta-da! Really cool thing about this gun is it's designed to be ambidextrous. So if you're left-handed, you can carry it in your left hand, and you'll have all the same functionality as if you were carrying it on the right hand, which is very, very nice. The reason being for that is because the charging handle is right here. It's where my finger currently is pointing, and it's also on the other side. Same thing with you know, loading the magazine and all that stuff, because that's all, yeah, don't have to worry about that. Oh, and the selectors right here as well. You can see it on both sides right here. So right now we are in, what is that, single? Yeah, we're in single shot right now, I believe. Yeah, single shot right now. And that's going to be full auto. So, pretty cool. But anyway, the way this one's reloaded is, this is just like that other one we were looking at. There's no ejector magazine thing. You can't press a button and eject the mag. You got to actually reach up to the top here and grab it out of there. Ta-da! Easy peasy. So, here's new one. You're just going to slide it right in there. You're going to get the charging handle, which is this little guy right here. Right there. That's the charging handle. You're going to grab that. And you can see the action can go in the back, and you should be good to go. Ready to rock and roll. So yeah, pretty good. So, Yeah, no, it's a pretty good gun. I like the animation for the bullets. You can actually see them. Like, you see the spring going down, and you can see your actual ammo count live, which is really, really cool. Yeah, it's pretty neat. Pretty interestingly designed gun. But, yeah, there you go. P90. Easy peasy. Alright, next up. We got this guy right here. This little tiny AK. Can't remember what this thing is called. But anyway, this one's pretty much standard as far as a lot of these submachine guns and stuff are concerned. You got your selector here on the right side. It's not on the left side. It's only on the right side. So you got full auto at the top. Hang on. Sorry about that. You got full auto at the top. And then if you switch, there you go. If you switch, you can go to that. Can I see? No, that's just that. But yeah, here's single shot. Okay. And there we go. We're all out. So, let me check something real quick. Yeah, you can do it. Okay. So, with a lot of these AK variants, the actual magazine releases this little guy right here. You press that forward, and then you can take the magazine out. Easy peasy, right? Cool thing you can do with it. Can I put the old magazine in there? I can put the old magazine in there. Okay, so cool thing you can do with a lot of these AK variants, right? If you know where the release is for the magazine, you can take another one and just hit it out of there. You see that a lot in most shooters that have these types of guns. It's like a reload that your character does when you're, bang, 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 and you pull it out and you go like that, It's something you see in a lot of first-person shooters, just because it looks cool, so, it can be a little awkward until you get the actual spacing right, but, yeah, I don't know. Personally, I don't think it's really anything necessary other than cool points, because it's just fast. It's just as fast to go like that. At least that's what I think. But anyway, charging handle on this side. Get a new round. Bam, new rounds in there. Good to go. Same thing. Tack reload. Bam. Okay. Bam. There you go. Easy peasy. Now, what do we got next? What do we got next? Oh, classic. Classic. It's like, when people think submachine gun, this is one of the first things that people think of sometimes. I believe you can... Get back in there. I believe you can... Can you collapse this? Oh, it must automatically do it. Okay, that's fine. But anyway, this does not have a selector. It does, but you can't actually toggle it for some reason. But anyway. Okay, so we're out. So same thing. I'm pretty sure this doesn't have... No, it does. Yeah, it does have a magazine release. So you can press the button, reload the mag. You can also grab the magazine and pull it out yourself, if you so choose. The actual charging handle for this is on the top. It's this little guy right here, that little gutter that you look through in your sight. Bam. Easy. Cool thing about this one is it has an open bolt design for shooting. So as you're shooting, unlike a lot of the other guns you see, this whole thing will stay open as you're shooting, and it'll only close once you've run through all of your ammo, which is pretty cool, right? So yeah, that's this little guy here. Pretty classic. Something you definitely want to hold on to with both hands. So, okay, what do we got? Little Scorpion. This guy, another classic from a lot of different shooters and whatnot, and it's classically a terrible gun in most games. So let's see, can we get the... There you go. Okay, so the grab point on that is closer towards the back sight for the stock. So you can get a little stock on this guy, It does have variable fire for single and auto. Shoots little tiny rounds too. So, yeah, little itty bitty rounds. So anyway, with this guy, you can't do a mag eject with a button. You got to actually pull it out like that. Charging handle is on both sides here, just like that. I don't think you can do the... Yeah, you can't do the magazine thing with this one, but doesn't matter. Let's go again. Quick reload. Easy, right? And same thing. You could do it with the little stock down. So yeah, there you go. There's the Scorpion. Haven't had a chance to use that against multiplayer yet, but anyway, let's move on to the shotguns next. Here we go. Classic. What is this? A Mossberg? I think this is a Mossberg. Mossberg, Remington. They're pretty much close. So okay, this is a pump action shotgun. So the way this one's going to work is every single time you fire, you have to actually pump the action. That's why it's called a pump action. Back, and then forward. Easy, right? I think that was our last one. Yeah. So on your last shell, the rack here, the pump, I guess you would say, locks back, and so that's going to make it so that you have to actually reload. I don't think we can. No, we can't. Okay. I was going to say I don't think we can actually load it that way, but whenever you get a new one loaded in there, you pump the action, slip your new shells in there, and good practice to get into with shotgun is if you're not in the middle of fighting, if you're not in the middle of the action, reload. It's very similar to something like a revolver in that aspect. You can reload, shells as you need them. One more. There you go. So, one thing to do is, after you've reloaded your first... Oh, that was your second, I guess. Whatever. Okay, after you've loaded your first, make sure you grab the pump and go forward. That way you can load as many as you can to the max. That's pretty much like getting your +1 on attack reload. So, there you go. That's the guy. You can't change the safety. There's no mag ejects with that, so, yeah. I don't know how well shotguns handle in this game as far as like the meta is concerned, but hang on a second, let me come back here. Come on. There you go. Okay, so new shotgun. This one is kind of like the AK style and all that. Oops. Put that back in there. This does have auto and single shot with this guy. You do have your drum mag, which I don't know how many that holds. 40? 30? I don't know. Whatever. So right now I've got it set to single. And then of course you can let it rock. You can push the button to get the reload on that. And this one... just like with a lot of the other AK style ones, you can do... Come on. Okay, maybe you can't do the thing. Whatever. Oh. Maybe you can. Okay. I was trying to do it too literally. Yeah, you can just hit the bottom of it to get your reload. That's funny. But yeah, there you go. Oh yeah. Duh. You gotta chamber a new shell. So yeah, pretty cool. Bam, there you go. That's that guy. And then next, we've got one of the more iconic shotguns that a lot of people would probably recognize. This is the Spaz 12. Same thing, like with the Scorpion. It does have a standard collapsible stock here, which is pretty nice. This one is semi-automatic, so you don't need to pump every time you pull the trigger. Go. So, just like with the Remington / Mossberg over there, you do have to load the new one in via the actual handle there. Now, the cool thing about the Spaz 12, not in this game, but just in general, you can actually swap between semi-automatic and pump action with an actual Spaz 12. There's a little button up here that you can press, and that engages the actual pump action, I suppose. But in this game, in most games, it doesn't matter because why would someone do that? Not too bad. But yeah, there you go. That's the Spaz 12. Most shotguns are gonna act fairly similarly to these, and that was the last, no, last one. There you go, that's the last one. There you go, Spaz 12. Fun stuff. Okay, next up, onto the submachine guns. I know we kind of touched on those earlier. I'll do these ones after all this. So, okay, here we go. Another fun one. So, this guy here, we can go full auto, single, and burst. This one has a burst. Other than the Glock, this is the first gun we've had that has a built-in burst. Does this one have? Yeah, okay. So this one also has the stock that you can adjust as well. Some people find certain lengths easier to manage and whatnot. I haven't done any real testing to see how much that actually matters in this game. But, alright, so, there you go. This one does or doesn't have that. No, it doesn't. Okay. So, this one does not have a magazine release, so you do have to actually grab a thing. And there you go. Now, fun thing with these guns, actually, hang on a second. Okay, so that's the actual slide locked back there. Fun thing with these ones is when you load up a new magazine, right? You can get the old HK slap. That's what they call this, where you slap the handle, and then you're good to go. There you go. Oh, hey, get back here. So yeah, fun stuff. Fun stuff, fun stuff. Next up. Okay, this one is very similar to that one. Little tiny differences, but anyway, we got single shot and auto. I believe this shoots a 45 caliber round UMP. Same thing with the interact point there. No, there's no magazine release with this one. You can't do the special reload with this. This does have the HK slap on it. Ta-da. There you go. Same thing, tack reload. There you go. Now, the funny thing is in this game, there's no ammo limitations other than what you have in your magazine, so you can just keep pulling magazines out and stacking them up. Doesn't matter. So there's almost no reason for you to not do a tack reload anytime you have a downtime. You know, it's like it's not costing you anything. So just when you get the chance, heck, maybe even grab some of these magazines you threw on the ground real earlier. Doesn't matter. But yeah, there you go. And then you can only do the slap when you don't have the little hitbox on that one's a little bit funky. But anyway, there you go. Let's go for the next one. Oh, this one's fun. What's this one called? VZ something or other? I can't remember. Same thing, collapsible stock and all that. It's got the AK style selector for your firing modes. Okay, so this one, just like some of the other ones we've seen, this is becoming a trend, does not have a magazine selector. And I know what you're thinking. Where the heck's the magazine? There's like, what could possibly be the magazine on this? It's not there. It's not there. No, okay, it's this tube in the front. Ta-da! You just rip that off of there, grab the new one, slap that on there, charge, ready to rock. And then, yeah, new one. And then same thing, you can always, tack reload and all that. Got to make sure you're a little careful with where you're holding, but yeah, there you go. Same thing with the stock. Bam, easy. Easy. Okay. This guy right here. Is this the P something or other? Z something or other? Whatever. This is the one with the integrated suppressor, I believe. Yeah. And then, let's see. Where's the selector? Where is it? Ah, there it is. Okay. It's here in the center. Right here. It's going left and right, which is kind of cool. Right. Alright, so this one does not have a magazine drop. You can do the thing. There you go. And then charge. Easy. You can take these... okay. So you can take these actual like accessories off and swap them. What you have to do is you gotta wait for that sound. And then you just press L2 or R2 depending on which controller you're holding, and there you go. You've got no thing on there. You can also adjust the like where it actually sits on the gun itself, which is kind of neat. But yeah, same thing. You can always just grab like that. So yeah. Oh, and just in case you guys need to see through the left eye, I just find it funny. I think this is one of the only VR games I've actually seen that gives you the option to like choose where you're gonna like which eye you're gonna see through, you know. So yeah, and that's primarily the reason why you adjust where it is. It's like how big this scope that you're gonna look through is gonna actually be, and all that. Whereas if I put it like, you know, here, you know, it's huge. So it kind of depends on where you want to, you know, figure out where that goes, and you'll figure that out as you're, you know, playing and whatnot. I don't think there's anything we can adjust through this. No, yeah, didn't think so. Yeah, okay. So anyway, there's that little guy there. All right, let's move on to the Kriss Vector. This one's fun. It's actually a very interesting design choice that they made with this gun, and how the actual bolt and the receiver and everything works and stuff. It's very cool, but very, very futuristic. And then same thing. You can see single, burst, auto. So shoots 3-round bursts for that. Can we, yeah, collapse that. I don't know why you would though, but anyway. Get the new magazine in there, and it does have a magazine release, which is cool. Not every gun does, obviously. I think I've shown that enough. And the charging handle for this one is right here. It's this guy. When you grab it, it's going to kind of go down like that. That's it. Easy peasy. So yeah, very fun little gun, very futuristic. Alright, on to the next one. This little guy right here. I think this is, it's kind of like an AR style for a submachine gun. I can't remember what this one's called. I don't think this is the Badger. No, it's not the Badger. What the heck is this thing called? I don't know. It's a little carbine, though. I don't even know what caliber it shoots. Selectors here, single and semi. There you go. And magazine eject, new magazine. And then the actual charging handle for all these AR style guns. Oh, I must have pushed the thing. Hang on. Sorry about that. The actual thing for this is going to be back here for the charging handle. So you're going to grab here, go straight back. Easy, right? I think I did a thing. Where's the thing? Yeah, whatever. I did something earlier. Ah, see? Did it again. What the heck's going on? Where is it? I mean, I know there's this thing right here that can also... Does it just do it automatically? Hang on. Hang on. Not touching anything. What the heck's going on? Yeah, whatever. I don't know. Ah, I did it again. Dang it. I'm gonna figure this out. Normally you press like this button right here, and that does it, but it's doing it. I don't know what the heck it's interacting with that's making it do it. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Same thing. Drop the mag, throw another one in. Most of the time when it comes to the actual magazines to replace them, I try to just physically grab them, because that works for most of the guns, whereas not every gun has the ability to do that. So sometimes if you're not thinking straight, you could try to eject your mag and you end up doing nothing. So keep that in mind. Yeah, sure, why not? We'll cover the big stuff. So we got the RPD. Wait, no, this isn't an RPD. This is whatever. It's a big machine gun. I'm fairly certain that these bipods don't actually do anything. I mean, I could be wrong, but yeah, I don't think they do anything. Doesn't feel like it anyway. So let's run this one dry. Oh yeah, with these guns, this gun, maybe the other one, they can't overheat. Well, I just ran out of ammo there, but they can't overheat. From what I can tell, if you're just going full auto with this thing, it'll last half a magazine, and then you'll have to wait for a second, and then you can shoot the rest of it. This one doesn't have a fire selector, so you're always on full auto, or as some people would call it, you're always on rock and roll mode. So anyway, next thing. So let's go ahead and do the reload. You're going to go ahead and slap this thing open. You're going to take that off. You're going to grab your new ammo, put it right there on the bottom. You're going to grab this little belt here that comes out of the top of it. It only comes up when you're actually loaded like that. You're going to take your ammo, roll it right back there, slap that shut, grab the charging handle, and you're good to go. So that's the barrel overheating. Yeah. Let's get it one more time. Hey, come on. And there you go. That's that big old gun. Fun stuff. The other one works pretty much the exact same way. Not too much difference other than the fact that the ammo loads from the other side. So let's just get that out of here. So slap her open. Get the new one. You're going to grab this ammo here. Lay it across. Close. Charge. Ready to rock. And that is the barrel overheat. And that's all the ammo. This one, again, does not have a fire selector. As you can see, it's a little bit of a process. But, yeah. Big ol' suppression gun. Come on, grab the thing. What's the problem here? Grab the thing. Wasn't fully open. I guess that can happen too. If it's not fully open, you can't do the next step. Gotta actually make sure it's fully open. So there you go. Alright, next up. Sure, why not? We'll cover the RPG. I got a second. Let's bring this back. Oh yeah, you can see where I totally hit the thing. Come on. Get out of there. Okay. There you go. Alright, now something to note about these big guns. This one, and specifically the Barrett as well. If you shoot them without actually bracing to fire, you'll drop it. Oh no, it's fallen and it can't get up. Okay. These ones are incredibly easy though. You got your trigger, you got your place to hold. That's really all you need to actually keep in mind with this thing. Anyway, you're going to grab your new RPG, load it all the way in. You can't actually take it out once it's in there. There's no safety. Well, I guess this would technically be your safety, because that's the thing that's activating the actual thing. Whatever, anyway. Let's shoot this guy. Huh. Okay. I forgot to mention. You have to be a certain distance from your target in order for the actual munition. Why aren't you exploding? Come on, you're making me look foolish here. Anyway, let's just lob it way back there. There you go. And you can hurt yourself with this, by the way. That wasn't close enough. Nope, that wasn't close enough. Just move forward. Yeah, that hurt me. From what I can see, there is shrapnel in the game to be careful of. But anyway, RPG. RPG 7, I believe it's called. Right, next, bolt action. Bolt action guns, let's go. Same thing, you can take the scope off, put a new one on if you want. It's all up to you and your choice. There it is. Yeah, so there you go. You can fire it like this, but most bolt actions that you see don't have actual sights, like stock sights. You do have to be a little careful about that. So let's just put that on there. Okay, so bam, shoot your gun. Oh no, it's not firing anymore. Well, that's okay. You got to come over here to the charging handle right over here. You're gonna lift that up, pull it back. New round is gonna come out. You're gonna push forward, and this is very important. This isn't gonna fire like this. You have to actually get your handle and go down. So, something to keep in mind. You can do that with this handle, and this hand too, your main hand, some people would say. It just kind of depends on, you know, how you want to work the gun itself. Oh no, are we out of ammo? We are out of ammo. Okay, so, in the event you run out of ammo, you're going to lock the slide back, and you're going to be loading these round by round. Now, it has an internal magazine right there, okay? You can't actually take it out. You can't eject the magazine. So you got to actually load each round into the gun. There you go, 5 rounds. And then slam her forward. Oh, accidentally loaded another one out of there. That's okay. And you can reload, of course, if you need to top her off. Easy. Yeah, that's another thing you got to be a little careful with. If you're too ginger with your bolt, you can eject extra rounds if you're not careful. So be careful about that. There you go. Let's I don't know, bring it back. Come back. I'm gonna make a fool of myself right now. Let's bring it out to 80 meters. Let's go. It's really far away. That's 80 meters. I don't even know if I hit it. Probably not. That one hit. One thing I would like to see is if the like how the actual setup here is. If you could see like live where your shot placement is, I think that would be nice. One more shot. There you go. Let's bring it back. Yeah. Let's see how many of those shots I actually missed and hit. I think I only hit. Yeah, got a couple. One right there. Bunch high. Yeah. Whatever. Never said I was accurate. Okay, so on to the next bigger gun here, and this is your actual. We're getting into the actual like AR, like assault rifle style guns, like actually assault rifle. Let's just go out to 40. Why not? So this guy, you've got your full, and you've got your semi, I believe. Very slow firing. Yeah, that one does that one too. This one's actually kind of a cool gun. I like this one. Oh, jeez, dropping everything. All right. Okay, so this one's going to confuse some people, I know that, because most people are like, oh, where's the charging handle, where's the charging handle? It's way up here. It's almost like the Kriss Vector, with how the actual, like, charging handle acts. But yeah, this one's pretty cool. Doesn't have an actual magazine ejector button, so you have to manually do it. You can get fancy with it. Try to, anyway. But yeah. Bam. It's a pretty fun gun. I don't know. Alright, so. Next. Here we go. Another rifle. Okay, so this one does have a magazine, as you can see. So it's a little bit better than the, what is that, Remington? I don't know. I think this is the AWP in other games. Yeah, like CSGO, I'm pretty sure this is the AWP. Excuse my, you know, shaking. I'm always terribly shaky. Is that the last round? Yep. Nope, not the last one. That was the last one. Okay, so this guy, you're just gonna take the magazine out, like that. Can you not physically take the magazine out? Guess not. Yeah, this one you have to press the button in order to get that. Obviously, there's no fire modes with this one, but make sure you work the action again to call up the last little bit there. Oh, see, accidentally loaded 2 rounds out there, but yeah, pretty cool. I don't know. I'm not big on like the actual the bolt action rifles and stuff. Oh, here's a classic. This little guy right here. This one's just like the previous one we were just using, but it's semi-automatic. Holy shit, that is... Come on. There we go. It's a little better. Okay, so this one, same thing. Gotta reject the magazine there. Put the new one in, charging handle up top, and just so you can see what that looks like. There you go. Okay. Then, yeah, you can't actually grab the magazine, unfortunately, but that's okay. Okay, but yeah, pretty good. I was running around a multiplayer match with one of these guys, no scope on top, just running around. It was pretty funny. Okay, here we go. I actually haven't shot one of these yet. Should be relatively simple, though. That's a nice scope. Okay, so that guy's done. So let's see, can you... Oh, okay, this is how this one's going to load. So that goes right in the top there. Release the bolt. Easy. So this one doesn't actually have a magazine that can come out, but you can eject them all. So you get your clip. This is a clip, by the way, because there's no box around it. Magazines have bullets that are internally stored inside of it. A clip has external bullets and how they're held. So just something to put in there. And if you press the reload button, it'll release the slide, and if you press it again, it'll eject all of them somehow. There you go. And you don't have to do the follow-through animation for that, by the way. You just bring it up to it, and your character automatically pushes the rest of the way through. And you can either press the, I guess, reload button to operate the slide, or you could do it physically. All just kind of depends on what you want to do. A little funny that it has a collapsible thing there, but anyway, whatever. So yeah, there you go. I guess the nice thing about that is after you shot it, you can just immediately like start shooting again, as long as you can, work the slide and do all that stuff. Okay, what else we got here? We're on to the full-on assault rifle, automatic rifles now. Well, I guess since we were just showing the rifles, we'll do the, I believe this is an M82 Barrett, I think. Okay, so, let's do this. This one does not have a magazine, so once you shoot, you can't shoot anymore. You got to work the actual bolt. Now, before you push it forward, because it doesn't have a magazine, you have to put one bullet at a time. Look at this honking bullet, dude. It's huge. Anyway, put the new bullet in there, slap it shut, and just like with the other one, you have to make sure the handle is down, because I ran into this problem in the multiplayer. I was like, I reloaded, threw this in, bam, ready to go. No, hang on. It actually did what I wanted it to. There you go. So I was like this, and I was like, no, why aren't you shooting? Why aren't you shooting? And then I realized, awkward, a little bit. So, and make sure you follow through. Also, I don't know how our characters can actually stand and fire this thing. God, this thing's like tank buster. Oh yeah, another thing. If you're not bracing, oh no, my arm, my whole wrist got shattered. There you go. Okay, what else are we on now? Straight up on the automatic rifles. Okay, let's do this one. FAMAS. FAMAS, a classic. An absolute classic that some people will be curious about how it works. This is something you've seen in a million different games before. Let's see, where's the selector on this guy? It's right here, towards the trigger guard. Not too bad. Okay, so this is a bullpup rifle, meaning all the action for the, you know, the bullets that come up and get put into the receiver and yada 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 and all that stuff. Also, does this, no, it doesn't, okay. Anyway, get a new round. This does have a magazine release, thankfully. So, you can do a magazine release there, and the charging handle on this one, it's not over here, it's not here, it's not there, it's here. It's this little hook right here. Interesting placement, right? Same thing, you can grab that. Yeah. Oh, I did actually use all the rounds. So yeah, there you go. Pretty good. It's a classic. Alright, next up, what do we got going on? What is this, M4? I think this is an M4. This is just your generic, you know, rifle you've seen in every single military shooter ever. Does have burst fire, does have single shot. Okay, so this one you can eject. The difference between this one and that one over there is this one is only burst fire and only single shot. That one's full auto, but charging handle in the back there. Not too bad. Oh yeah, you can also do this, which is fun if you want to waste all your ammo. There you go. So yeah, pretty standard. I'm not a big fan of bolt or burst fire weapons, to be completely honest. I like them a little bit more in like VR, but traditional first-person shooters, I'm not a big fan, like, at all. Anyway, let's get the AUG over here. So the AUG, the AUG, this guy, another classic that you've seen in military shooters all the time. That's burst fire. That's single. Yeah, this is another one that's burst fire, single shot only. So, well, this one does not have a magazine drop. Does have the release right here, but grab the magazine, throw it out there. I like how gingerly your character like holds these magazines, like, ugh. Anyway, so this this little guy right here, this little shark fin up here, that's your charging handle. And same thing, of course, you can take the sight off and do other things with it and, you know, stuff like that. But anyway, there you go. That's the AUG. Classic. Here's the fully automatic version of that guy over there. Fun stuff. Okay. That one does have a magazine release. Charging handle in the back there. Sorry if I speed things up here. This video has gone on way longer than I thought it would ever go on. You can also adjust this over here. Pretty cool. Does single shot and full auto. So, there you go. Pretty standard. And what do we got here? AK, a gun that needs no introduction. Single and full auto. Okay. You can also do the little guy right there. And then when you're empty, take your new mag, throw it in there. Charging handle right here. Bam. Ready to rock. Easy peasy. Alright. This guy is basically your quote-unquote modernized version of the AK. Can't adjust that in the back there, but that's okay. Oh, is it collapsible? No, it's not collapsible. Full auto and single. You can do the thing. Charging handle over on the side, just like a traditional AK. But yeah, this is your modern quote-unquote version of the AK. And then we got this guy right here. I like this one. This one's pretty fun. Is this a Galil? I think it's a Galil. And no, you can't actually switch to single shot, but it's got a slow enough rate of fire. If you wanted to shoot just one round, you could. Bam! Look at that. Easy. Now, if you actually run out, put a new one in there, and the charging handle is right here. Easy. Too bad that the handle on the side doesn't like free float. That'd be cool. Can't collapse the stock. Is this the only gun in the game that is only limited to one firing mode, other than the pistols, of course? I think it is. Anyway. Right. I believe that's all of them. I believe that's every single gun. Took care of all those. Did all those. Yeah, we did that one. Did all these. Did all those. Of course, there's grenades and stuff. You've got your fragmentation grenades. You've got stun, and you've got smoke. Also, if you're having trouble throwing grenades... oh, victory, apparently. I didn't even know you could get victory in the training mode. So are you going to kick me out? No? Okay, well, whatever. It doesn't matter. With a grenade, right? The tutorial tells you you can pull the pin, and then you can press the trigger to do this, and then they say throw it. Okay? You don't have to do that. That's only if you want to cook the grenade. Okay? So, if you want to cook the grenade, you pull the pin, and then you press L2 or R2, depending on what hand it is, and that will drop the spoon. That's the spoon, by the way. And then it goes off earlier. Now, the thing you can do, which will make it a lot easier, is you can pull the pin, and then you can just throw it. You automatically drop the spoon on it once you throw it. So if you're okay with having the full amount of time, which is 5 seconds for your grenades, yeah, you could just pull the pin and throw. You don't have to sit there and go like, okay, now I press this button, and then I throw, and yeah, you don't have to worry about that. So yeah, pull the pin, throw. That's it. That's all you got to do. Easy peasy. Don't forget you can also underhand, which is pretty cool. And then yeah, if you wanna go ahead and do your cooking the grenade, count to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So anyway, I hope this could at least help out a couple of people out there. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, feel free to hit the like button, leave a comment down below, so on and so forth. And yeah, I'll have more videos out for you guys eventually. Until then, bye-bye.